All right, let's talk cleansers slash masks, which all of the cleansers that we make at Brazen Bee are also masks. It's kind of weird, right? But that is because of the level of nutrition that I impart in everything that I do. So let me grab off the shelf a couple of things. I wish I had these in bottles right now, and I don't happen to have any on the shelf in bottles. But another thing that we do for sustainability is that your face washes most often come in these totally biodegradable pouches, and people will buy a bottle the first time, which there's a charge for, and then keep that bottle and continue to refill it because these are powdered. And that can feel a little bit intimidating. But let me explain why I do that. So as I just said in the body butter thing, I don't like to sell you water. And one of the major reasons that I don't make any kind of cleanser that is typical, they're very strange, is because I refuse to use any chemical preservatives whatsoever. And when we're dealing with whole fresh herbs and whole fresh ingredients, there's not any way for me to put something in a bottle that you can squeeze out and put on your skin that does not have some type of chemical preservative in it and also has whole herbs. And so these face washes they totally double as a mask, and it can be a little funny to get used to using them at the beginning. You take out just about a teaspoon, even less really is fine for most people. You just add a few drops of water, make a paste, apply it to your face. I like to see you do it in the shower. That's the quick way of how to use them, but let's get into why they are so dramatically different. And that's because they have whole, powdered, organic herbs in them, which means that we're receiving plant nutrition in the whole scope. There's not an extract. There's nothing that's been isolated from a plant. A lot of companies get to use that word natural, and they're just taking isolates out of a plant. Comfrey, for instance, has allantoin in it, which is great for skin cell turnover, also helps literally build collagen and the skin back together. But that's not the only component in Comfrey that helps those things happen. And so most of our clients, I mean, truly 90% of our clients see a dramatic result in their skin within 3 days of starting to use one of our face washes. And we have washes that are geared towards certain things, the Curist being one of them. So that is my general acne treatment. And I didn't put this out until just about 1.5 years ago. And that was after formulating for acne-prone skin and all types of acne, from cystic to generally pervasive, adult, teen, all of the different variants. And finally, after 8.5 years, because I'm someone that collects the data, I said, you know, these are the main herbs that have consistently helped people with all types of acne. That doesn't mean that the Curist is necessarily your answer, but it probably is if we're dealing with some type of acne treatment. And so this one has 15 different herbs added to it after the base is done. And then one of the really cool things that I do, and this is where the business originally started, was these face cleansers. I was making these at home for myself. I was trying to clear up adult acne, and it was about 33, 34 when I started doing this. I have been in herbs and nutrition for 25 years now, so I had that base already. But I started making this base face wash, and it cleared my skin up. It cleared my friend's skin up. They started coming to my house and asking me for more of it, and I just kept big jars of it around and gave it out to people. So that was my first test line, was tested only on friends and family. And from there, I started to build and customize the face washes for different skin issues, from rosacea to acne, aging skin, all kinds of things, blackheads, whatever, you name it. I was figuring out what herbs help topically to do what you want to see done for those things. And so Melee is on sale right now. Now this is our cleanser that does include some Himalayan salt and some sea salt, and that's not okay for some people, but it is okay for the majority of people. And it's helpful, the salt is helpful. And the Himalayan salt, of course, also has a myriad of minerals to it that are very helpful. So when you get online and you order your Melee face wash, it has a long list of herbs that you can check the boxes of to add those specific herbs into your cleanser. And I have a very short description next to each one of them about what they're capable of doing for you. That's not all the things that they do. I had to really truncate that and truncate my knowledge so that you could try to fill that out as best as you can. I do consults for customizing your face wash, and I love doing that. So feel free to message us on the Facebook page and ask any questions you may have about what herbs you feel like might need to be added to your face wash. But also, you get to pay for only the herbs and the nutrition that you need for your skin, leave out the things that you may even be allergenic to, and get a cleanser / mask for yourself that is completely customized and works for you without having to pay for all of the things. And I don't like for people, honestly, especially when you're first starting out, to add more than maybe 5 herbs into your face wash, because we want to know what's really working for you and what's not. The other issue too is that if you do end up being slightly reactive to something, which I've never had a bad reaction from anyone, just sometimes they're like, this just isn't quite right. We don't have so many herbs to blame it on. And so customizing your face wash is one of the most important things that we do here. And what happens when I customize a wash is I take the base amount of the face wash, it goes into a little container. I add each herb individually. They're whole, organic, raw, unprocessed herbs. And so you're basically doing an herbal poultice on your face every day, which is why we get that 2 to 3 day, oh my God, turnaround from people of their skin just feels healthier, it's more resilient. If you didn't see the video earlier of a friend of mine who wrote to me and said she had a dry eczematic patch on her face for 2 years, after 4 days of using the cleanser, it's completely and totally gone. And these are not uncommon responses that I get when it comes to our cleansers and our moisturizers. So those are on sale right now. I think they're 33% off, and that's a great deal, especially when you're customizing the Melee. You have a little bit more give in how many herbs you can put in and not raise the price by very much. So highly recommend you get started on our cleansers. They're absolutely amazing. I do also push you into pairing that with one of our moisturizers. And I think the Shoe Healing Moisturizer is on sale right now. I forget. But yeah, so that's why they work fast. That's why they're amazing. Please take part in the sale overall, but these 2 cleansers being 33% off right now is a really big deal. It's a great value. One packet or 1 bottle lasts most people a month or a little bit more than that. And so just so you know, I get that question all the time. Teaspoon or less a day. I do less personally, and really the further that you go in your journey, the less and less that you need to use. I'm not a skincare company that wants you to have to buy more and buy more and buy more. I think that we should see such a difference in our skin with the right topical nutrition that in fact we are not as dependent on products as we once were. That's my end goal, to put myself out of business. So I want you to have to use less, not more, over time. And I tell people I'm my worst client. You know, I do use my products, of course I do, but do I use everything daily? Not anymore. I don't have to. My skin is very resilient, and I started out with super sensitive acne prone skin when I started doing all of this. So All right, if you guys have any questions, please post them in the comments below. Feel free to send a personal message off of the Facebook page if you want to do any kind of consulting for what herbs to put in your custom face wash. Thanks.